Metafiction, metagaming. I just want to bring this child home. Hi, welcome back to Pixel Play. It's been a while. On this week's installment, we venture into OneShot. So to start off, this is my first impression of the game. This game is rated 10 over 10 overall by Steam reviews, and I can see why when it comes to the core gaming concept of it. The concept and map layout reminds me a little bit of Undertale, but OneShot takes the cake with its meta-interactive aspect of it. It was wild. Like, wild. It went to a whole different level, man, and I cannot really explain without having you to try it out for yourself. But now I see why playing the game in the window-sized mode was very much recommended. I'm not even a tech person, but even I can admire and be in awe of the hard work put into that mechanics. Kudos to Eliza Velasquez and Casey Gu and the team. And whoo boy, do not get me started on the color tone and music. I'm fascinated with color palettes and patterns, so seeing such aesthetics in the game was such a plus. The fact that it was inspired by RPG Color Index though, really cool. 3 areas, 3 distinct modes and moods of color. And the music! Wow, that's A star right there. At some point, I thought it resembled a little bit of the Homestuck soundtracks that I used to listen to relentlessly during my high school days. I don't know how it reminds me of Homestuck, but it just does. And now, onto my thoughts on this game. I must warn you though, there are spoilers up ahead, so stop here if you have to. But continue to your discretion. I've warned you, bro. Okay, so, OneShot, if I were to describe it in 3 words, it would be meta, apocalyptic, and cute. Mac. Like Macintosh. Like computer gaming in general? Yeah. We start off with this seemingly 8-year-old cat person child named Nico, who wakes up to find herself in some foreign universe that she probably doesn't belong to. On the quest to find her way back home to her mama, bless her pure soul, Nico manages to find herself in a very intriguing disposition, where it is revealed that she is the messiah of this world, and that apparently I am its god. What I find interesting is that, as the player, I exist separately outside of Nico's existence, and the game seems to acknowledge this very blatantly. Also, though I am a god, I don't actually have full reign over the game itself. Go figure. To save the world from its apocalyptic end, Nico then goes on a journey to bring the sun, in the form of a light bulb, to the tower. Along the way, she meets a variety of characters. Some chirpy, some shut down, and some not so optimistic people. I'll be frank, the script of the game was pretty good. The dialogue was succinct and can be deep if it had to be deep, while having an underlying humorous tone every now and then. I appreciated the puns, I really did, and so I did like the characters in the game. They had personality in their own casual way with jokes. However, I wasn't really invested in their relation or their friendship with Nico as much as I was interested in Nico herself. I was very protective over this child's welfare. Very protective. By the end of the game, I was burdened with the choice to either save the world or bring her back home. I couldn't do both. I ended up choosing to get her back home, much to the death of the world. I chose for her to go back home because that was what I aimed to do from the very beginning anyway. Partly because I didn't really understand what was going on, like what the crux of the plot was, if there was even a plot, because I think it mainly focused on its metafictional element. And besides, I just felt like it was unfair to her to save a world where the very people in it have already given up and lost hope. I felt like there was no point, and this child, she just wanted to go back home. And that was my mission. Bringing her back home. Getting through the true ending, I discovered the bigger picture of this plot, and by extension, this game. It shows the mind process of when an AI goes rogue, but that's not truly the case, is it? Rather, it shows us when an AI becomes self-aware and discovers nihilism, that nothing is real, and so it shouldn't matter, and it doesn't matter. And so it self-closes on itself in the process to nowhere. Back to the storyline though, I ended up being able to do both, save the world and take Nico back home, unable to see her ever again. But I couldn't replay the game anymore. The game knows this and ends up just making it as a rerun, like repeating a movie. I honestly think the game manifests the bond we have with our gameplay experiences. It's always the same, right? That there is a game system showing the game, that it came from codings and how they're real, if or when we attach it to ourselves. That is when we believe they're real. We become so immersed in this plotline and gameplay of just being in a game, but after closing it or finishing it and leaving it, it's over. The story ends. All we have is just the memories of the experiences and stories we had indulged ourselves in. And that's kind of like the story of our life, right? It just becomes a memory, a living memory. And so that was kind of what I got out from playing the game, going through the world with Nico, meeting the people, and knowing their stories. The people we have encountered in life or the things that have happened, we can only look back as if they were reruns. Like a show, there's really no going back. It's a one-shot kind of thing, our own story. All in all, the game was a good, interactive, thoughtful experience. And I kind of miss Sweet Nico already. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know how your one-shot run was. Did you save the world or did you save Nico instead? What's your thoughts on this game? Don't forget to like this video and do subscribe for more adventures pixely made for you. This is Pixel Play. Till next time.